Welcome to Minimalist Mysteries, where we dance through the shadows tonight. A truly dark tragedy has just unfolded in Mexico. A well-known TikToker who is just 23 years old and usually uploads videos for her over 4 million fans where she puts on makeup or presents some kind of beauty products, suddenly uploads a strange video that no one would have ever expected. A video of her just sitting there with strange clown makeup on her face and tears running down her cheeks. Shortly after this video, this young woman disappeared without a trace, and woven into this mystery is also a strange song, a melody that was not only used by her in the background of the video, but also allegedly in other videos of others. So at least one of those people have also disappeared. In this video, I like to explain to you exactly what is going on with this young female creator and the supposedly cursed song. But let's start with the missing person case itself. So again, we talk about this 23-year-old Mexican woman called Marian Izaguirre, a TikToker from Mexico, as I said, with 4 million fans, and she was really popular. Her videos regularly cracked millions of views. Some of them had hundreds of thousands of likes, and she really had her fans looking forward to her next upload. And those videos were actually pretty consistent, mostly beauty content. But then suddenly, on August the 29th, a video came out that was completely different. And on top of that, without any explanation. Because in this video, the young influencer was outside for a change, and her face was painted like that of a clown. Then she just sat in there. In the background plays this Russian song that tells the story of heartache, and she was singing along to the song, or rather she was lip-syncing it, and cried meanwhile. I mean, multiple times you can see in this rather strange video how big tears are rolling down her cheeks, and people were confused by this sight. It was unusual for her. So why did she upload such an odd, bizarre video? What could that possibly mean? And even a look at the description of the video didn't really explain that much. There she wrote about why someone has to go, why she has to go, why she's in pain, and all sorts of stuff. This was no clear clarification. It sounded rather poetic, maybe like a ballad, almost like it was some kind of allusion to something like a poem. But what happened next was something nobody could have ever expected. Because only a short time after this video was uploaded, there was absolute radio silence. After this video, no new one was uploaded, and on September the 2nd, so just a few days later, she was officially registered as missing by the police, and a large nationwide search operation was launched to find this young lady. People were panicking, and in particular the fans, of course. They were very worried, and they called on social media that you should definitely search for her and look and find her, and that she's probably in great danger, and that this last video that she uploaded might have been her last creepy warning. A secret warning that was deliberately cryptic, so that a person was maybe around her, in front of her, would not even notice her cry for help. like a blink twice kind of thing. So it took a total of 23 days until police have found her. But it was not something that anybody could have hoped for. Police found her in a hotel. She was still alive though, even able to stay in a hospital for a short time, but just a little bit later she was declared brain dead. Any help for the young creator came too late. Nobody could do anything anymore, and pretty quickly it became clear what really had happened to her. She had visible indications of domestic violence on her body. In other words, her partner most likely did those things to her, or at least someone was close to her. I could not find out online exactly what it was about or who is responsible for the whole thing, but different websites state it was because of domestic violence. Therefore, once briefly at this point, if you should witness something like this, or you are the victim of a toxic relationship and suffer from such a thing, there are numbers you can call that will get you help anytime, anywhere. But now, let's get back to the story of Marian. She just had experienced this very cruel thing. Terrible things happened to her. She was mistreated and then died a short time later. This was basically the whole case. But people naturally quickly were searching to connect the dots. Like, what was the strange last video she uploaded? With a clown's face paint, right? It seemed as if she was doing this to address someone in particular. A partner, maybe someone who she had loved, but maybe her feelings were gone or had decreased, or there was this heartache and big problems. The cryptic text, the description underneath that post fit right in that as well, but why exactly did she wear clown face? I cannot explain precisely. One possible interpretation is that she thought of herself as a clown for doing such a thing for such a long time, that she thought of herself as being ridiculous or silly, kind of like Britney Spears cried out for help. But she realized it was not good for her, or perhaps she wanted to be separated from her partner, and this partner then made it very clear that this was not how it's gonna go down, and the situation turned violent. Maybe she was even hiding some of her bruises under the heavy face paint. Her look also gives me some mad Joker vibes, maybe even Joker 2. So this is already pretty odd and creepy so far. But it gets even stranger, because right now there's this big discussion on TikTok. I'm not on TikTok, but everyone there blames everything that happened on that song. That Russian song about heartache she was lip syncing to. This is supposed to be the culprit and responsible for all of this. And it was this song about heartache that has already been famously used once by another person in a TikTok video. You might be familiar with this case. The whole thing was turning very dark very quickly in a terrifyingly shocking way. So perhaps you have heard of this case, Arina Glatunova. This was also a very popular female TikToker who has had many, many fans online. And then suddenly a live video of her in which she was singing to exactly that same Russian viral song, like One Last Time, while walking with her friend in the center of the city, having fun, laughing, but then stumbling and falling down backwards a railroad underpass to her dramatic demise. It was a truly terrible tragedy. Streamed live on TikTok. Imagine this, the times we're living in, where people could watch live what happened, where they heard the thud, where they heard when the other girl, her friend, started screaming like, "What? Oh!" This incident was also accompanied by the same mysterious Russian song, as I said, the same song, which was now also used by the Mexican Marian. But people are now very concerned that there's some kind of connection there. People are talking about it could be cursed song, whispers going on, and a lot of TikTok users, as well as people who have used this song on Instagram or YouTube or wherever, Rumble, Odyssey, Dailymotion, they just deleted their videos because they said they experienced bad luck. So this song is seemingly possessed, so vicious that everyone who hears this song sings along or even just tries to do so online, creating content, gets some kind of penalty or curse by the song and then dies shortly afterwards, just as it happens with Ariana, and now with Marian. But this is currently a topic why many people are living in panic, in great panic online, or why so many people deleted their TikTok videos, as I said. But I would like to take a closer look with you on this, my dear mistakes, here in the Dani Mystery Zone, to make it all calm and clean. And what's the song all about? What's this really going on? Is there any credible evidence that this song could be cursed? And you have to say at one point, yes, it is correct. Both Klasunova and Mariana have used the song, and Marian have used the song. It's very popular, especially popular on TikTok, Russian TikTok in a Russian sector. So it's not rare that people have used it. There's this connection for sure, but you have to add the whole thing is just simply a song that has been already used on TikTok thousands of times. People have used the song to lip sync along with it, and nothing happened to these people. I could not find any evidence online that more people were really deeply, severely affected like this by this song, or that people got this curse. There's no online entry where somebody said, hey, this person also used this song, and 3 days later she was dead. I was unable to detect such a thing. Accidents, okay, I could find maybe something like that, but mostly maybe testimonies where people said, okay, I listened to the song and a few days afterwards my pet died or something. So this can all be pure coincidence. This song might have nothing to do with that at all, but one must say that both cases are really terrible. The one of the Russian girl and the one of the Mexican girl. And it shows a real, especially the case of Marian shows a real and terrifying danger of people being domestically abused and suffering as a result. Anyway, I know this was a heavier topic, but I hope nevertheless you liked this video anyway. Until next time, stay curious, my dear mistakes.